Joining us is Crystal and Cara from the Advocacy Center of Winona. Ladies, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
So just some questions here. What exactly is the Advocacy Center of Winona, and what's their mission about?
Yeah, so we're a dual agency, which means we support survivors of sexual and domestic violence. Our mission is to empower survivors, which basically means allowing individuals to seek services for sorry, I am having a hard time.
That's okay.
Now.
That's okay.
Allowing survivors to seek services for sexual assault, domestic violence, and stalking.
And what events do you guys have coming up that people can know about?
A child abuse awareness walk happening on April 25th. On April 27th, we have Hands Are for Celebration, and April 30th is Sexual Assault Interagency Council walk as well.
Very nice. Speaking of sexual assault, what are some common signs that friends or maybe even loved ones might notice as they're going through that?
Yeah. So for domestic violence, it can look like a partner might be isolating someone, or they might be withdrawing from their friends and family. For sexual assault victims, it can often, they might present and tell you about an instance later, because they take time to process, and so supporting them through that as they figure out and reconstruct the events of a night, and just showing them support and telling them, I believe you and I'm here for you.
Right, and how can people actually kind of seek that support when they're going through that type of sexual assault?
Yeah, so I would say listening to them and continuously showing them support and letting them have agency over what you do, what the next steps are, because not everybody wants to report things. They need support, and they need the ability to make those choices themselves, because they've already had their autonomy taken away from them.
And how can people actually support, can we talk more about that, going kind of more in depth, how do they support a loved one who's going through that, because it's such a sensitive time. So.
Yeah. I think one of the things is that the Advocacy Center of Winona, we have advocates available 24/7. We have a crisis line. So if somebody wants more support, if they need support either through a forensic examination, or they need to have individual counseling, or they want to be set up with a therapist, things like that, they can call the Advocacy Center of Winona, and an advocate will be available at any time of day and night, holidays and weekends included.
And what is that hotline number?
It's 507-452-4453.
Okay. And what would you say to someone who is watching this and is experiencing domestic violence or sexual assault? What's the message?
You are not alone. There are so many people who have gone through this as well, and we believe you, and whatever you choose to do next, we are here to support you.
Very nice message. Well, do you want to tell any of our viewers anything else about maybe any of the important information that may be coming up at all with your program?
Well, with our program, a few statistics that we have is that for sexual assault in the last calendar year, we provided 7,543 services.
Wow.
And so 5% of our population that we serve is male, 94% female, and 1% non-binary or trans individuals. So we see a lot of individuals, and we provide a lot of different services, and those services can look like anything from accompaniment to crisis intervention, and walking somebody through the legal system. If they're a student at Winona State University or another university, we could also walk them through the Title IX process, and really support their autonomy in figuring out what their self-directed needs are.
Right.
And so we just want survivors to know that we're here, we believe you, and please call if you need any support, or if a friend or family member needs support.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for coming today. Very important and knowledgeable information.
Thank you.